Hey everybody, this is Road Pickle Steve. I want to go over using FreeRoam. That's this app up here. Specifically about using the overlays. And the overlays are a pretty cool feature of FreeRoam, and they help you find boondocking places. Reason why I like FreeRoam so much is because it probably has the best tools to help you locate new boondocking sites that are not previously documented on other websites and apps. But let's get started with it and just jump on in and click on FreeRoam. And so when you click on it, you come up to this map, and this map shows you all these dots in green and orange markers that show you where people have previously stayed and reviewed. What I'm going to do is turn off these markers, and to do that, we tap on this thing up here, and that will bring up this map list. And so we're just going to turn off campgrounds for now. Now all of the overlays are found here at this little icon. So we're just going to tap on that, and it brings up this list of layers. The first two layers you see up there, BLM and USFS, those are the layers that we probably want to utilize the most. So for now I'm just going to turn on BLM. And you see here the map now shows these orange shaded areas, and these are all the BLM managed lands. And BLM lands are pretty much free to camp on. You can camp anywhere that you see is colored in orange, for the most part. And in fact, if you zoom out, you'll see that all the BLM lands are in the western United States. So, if you zoom in someplace, you can actually look at different roads and see towns, and you can kind of get an idea where these BLM owned lands are. Now if we click on the overlays and we hit on USFS, that stands for U.S. Forest Service, and forest lands are indicated in the dark green, and they're just like BLM lands. You pretty much can boondock on these Forest Service lands as much as you want, anywhere you want, mostly. The Forest Service kind of has a little bit more rules than the BLM would have, but for all intents and purposes, it's pretty much wide open land that you can just camp on. And just like with the BLM, you can see that most of the lands are in the western United States, although you do have some there in the east. But I'm going to focus here on the western USA. Now, the other overlay that you want to look at is one at the bottom that says satellite. And if you hit that, that just changes the map to a satellite image. And what's cool with FreeRoam is you can see the BLM areas and the forestry areas laid over a satellite image. So the way you utilize that is you zoom in like this, and you just keep zooming in until you start to see little other little roads, like like this these little frontage roads here, and you would just keep zooming in like this until you can start to see these dirt roads. For example, here's a dirt road like this, and you can kind of see it goes over here a bit, and those are roads that you can camp on. Well, this green shaded area is all forestry land. In fact, if we go over here, in fact, I'm looking right here, that's kind of a wide area, a clearing with the dirt road, and you could just totally camp there. So the Forestry Service rules say that you have to stay on established roads. You can't just go blazing your own roads through forest lands, but here's an established area right here that you could totally pull your RV onto and just camp. So right there, we've used FreeRoam's overlays to find an actual boondocking site that has not yet been reviewed elsewhere. It's probably doesn't even exist on Campendium or FreeCampsites or the Dirt or anywhere else. It's just a site right there that you could totally camp on. Now, so a way some other features of the overlays is this little thing right here. If you were to tap on that, then it brings up a transparency setting. So we can actually take the overlays and make them darker, or we can make it more transparent, however you'd like. So if you were to go all the way to 100%, then the transparencies just become a lot more dark. And that's just because if you prefer it that way, but I like to be able to see things better, so I'll go here and set it to about 50%. So you can adjust those transparencies as you like. Now, if you see a place that you could potentially camp at, like what I just found right here, FreeRoam lets you just tap on that thing. And if you look over here, you've got a save. So you can hit that save button. You can just type in a name like, Forest Boondocking, and hit OK. And that actually saves it to your profile. So if you go up and click on that guy, and then you click on My Places, you can see right here, My Places. And I've got a whole bunch of places saved already. But if you were to scroll down here, we'll see Forest Boondocking right there. And that's what I just saved. So if we click on Info, if you were to click on this bar that says Directions, it's going to pull up a Google map. And it's just going to give you directions from where you're currently at down to what you just saved. So if you have, if you have Android Auto or something similar for iPhone, where you can just get turn-by-turn directions while driving in your car, you can enable that through FreeRoam and navigate directly to that spot. So that's kind of cool. Well, that's just an overview of how to use the FreeRoam overlays. You're going to find that here. And utilize the BLM and the USFS as well as the satellite overlays. Now I'll go over the other overlays that you see here, but you can see stuff for Verizon and T-Mobile, AT&T coverage maps, as well as fire hazard maps and elevation relief lines. I'll go over that stuff in a later time and show you how you can use those to your advantage. But for now, just go ahead and play with the BLM, the USFS, and the satellite overlays and see what you can find on FreeRoam. All right, well, hope that helps. This has been Road Pickle Steve, over and out.